This video is to help you understand what causes your speedometer to quit working or bounce around, be intermittent. What we're looking for in the engine is this right here. The position in the engine is on the transmission right there, just below the heater hoses. It's got the line going to it. It runs on the differential gear. So if we take this right here, in the automatic transmission, probably in the manual too, you have this gear right here in your differential, and this comes through here. The bearing retainer is not in place, of course, and that plastic gear right there rides on that gear. And so what causes it to not work? So basically, let's pull this apart. There's a little roll pin. This little roll pin right here. I took that out. That lets the shaft come out. That shaft goes in here and unscrew. That I've just unscrewed the head off of here. This part right here, there's a little cover right there I took off. It just covers the circuit. But basically this shaft right here on this switch is spring loaded. If this spring in here sticky or breaks, it stops this springing back down. And when this is in this shaft, when it's in here, it should stick out about this far. And it should be springy. If you push on it, it should be springy. If you push it flat, it should spring out. If it doesn't spring out, it's going to bounce off that gear and it's not going to read the speed anymore. So it has to be bouncy. A lot of times if you take this thing apart, take this little roll pin out from this hole right here, there's usually a bunch of crap up in this shaft right here. You can clean it off. And then this thing unscrews off the top. Just unscrew it and test and make sure this is still springy. If it is, then just clean it up, put it back in. You can do it while it's on the car. Just be careful when you put it back in the hole, kind of turn it a little bit and make sure it's seated. Sometimes if you tap it a little bit with a small hammer, it'll help the shaft bounce a little bit and let the spring push onto the gear. And that should get your speedo working again. You can also check this plastic gear because it does get damaged. If it's got too much damage in these teeth, that'll also cause it to skip. Okay.